Hi Intermediate, I'm back with 4.2. You know, I think real quick, I was just talking about positive, negative, I was just talking about slopes and the different varieties of them. But let me just, before I finish the second part of 4.2, let me just come back here for a second to hit this point home. These last two cases where you get 0 over a number or a number over 0. So what happens is when you have a horizontal line, the numerator is going to end up being 0. So if you look at this one here, right, 0 over anything is 0. So I just wanted to show you the connection here. So if it's a horizontal line, when you subtract the same point from the same point, that's always going to go to 0, so the slope is 0. And that's, so you know if you get a slope of 0, what you have there is a horizontal line. And likewise with vertical, but in this case, the x's are the same value, so the denominator goes to 0 versus the numerator. Okay, so that is what I was trying to show you here. If it's a vertical line, the x values are the same. If it's a horizontal line, the y values are the same. Okay, just wanted to hit that point home. Now, let's talk about graphing using the slope. So just a reminder, this is a formula, and what we tend to call this is rise over the run. If you want to look at it using mathematical symbols, this is read as delta x over this is read as delta y over delta x, the rise over the run. So the second part of this section is to be able to graph using the slope. So how you do this is the first thing you want to do is you want to graph the point that they give you. Alright, so they gave us a point, -1, 0, that's right here. Now, as you know, you need 2 points to graph a line, so for the test and the final, you just need 1 extra point, okay? You can certainly do more, but you just need 1 extra point. So again, this is the rise over the run. So since these are both positive, this means this is going up and this is going to the right. So I'm going to go up 2 units. And I'm going to go to the right 3 units. Okay, so I have my 0.22. I just want to do that one more time. So basically, it's a dance, and the dance steps just keep repeating themselves. It's like a dance that constantly has like the same move. So if I do it again, I could find another point on this line. I could go up again 2 units. I could do this again. And I could get another point. Okay, and then once you do that, you then draw your line. So you're just expected to be able to just find 1 additional point. I found 2 additional points. There's an infinite amount of these points on the line. Okay, so how you do it is you first graph the point that's given, and then you use this to find a second point. Use a slope. Use a slope to find the second point. Okay, let's try that again. Let's play that game again. Now, if they give you something that isn't a fraction, just go ahead and put it over 1. All right, same game. All right, so again, you start with plotting the point. So 2, 5. You use this to find a second point. All right, so for this one, for those of you who really like mathematics and you want to sort of understand more detail, I can always give you a little more detail. Right now I'm keeping the negative with the numerator, which means that the numerator is going down and the denominator is going to the right. But you could decide to put the negative in the bottom, and I may show that towards the end. Okay, so I'm going to go down 2 units and over 1. I'll do that again so you can see it. So I'll go down 2 units, over 1. All right, so for those of you who and then I'll draw the line, but I'm just going to do one for those of you who really like mathematics a lot, that you can just see this. So a different way. So the negative can also be in the bottom. And what that is, when you move the negative to the bottom, is that you're doing the dance in reverse. So like as we go to the right, we're going forward, but as we go to the left, we're going backwards. It's sort of opposite in time. So this would give us the opposite point going to the left. So if I actually go up 2 units, and let me see if I can do this even though I have stuff written here. If I go up 2 units and to the left one, because now if the bottom is negative, that's to the left, this point is also on the graph. Okay, this point is also on the graph. If you go up 2 units and to the left one, that point is also on the graph, and then you would connect the dots. Now, most of the time you're required to find the x and y intercept. This is the one rare case where you're not required to find this, just because we're using the slope to find points, and as you can see, the slope's going to jump right over this point. It's going to come down here and go, the next point's over here. So this is the one rare case where we don't actually do the intercepts, but all the other graphs of all the other functions, you'll see we'll do the intercepts if they have them. Like if on your homework problem you have something like this, you could start to do this version, and then you could move it to this version. Okay, if you're really good at the mathematics and you love it a lot, why don't you do a point to the right and a point to the left? That would be super impressive. And if this is just something you're trying to do a prereq, you just want to get all your nuts and bolts down, then this is fine. Just do 1 point and you're good. Draw the line. Okay, gang, that's it for 4-2. It's a wrap on this section. Catch you. Bye-bye.